So previously we've done some work with slope-intercept form and like questions. If we have a point and a slope, what's the equation for the line through that point with that slope? And how we did that was setting up the slope-intercept form and solving for the y-intercept. So just a refresher. Say if we have a slope m equals 3 and a point, say like 1, 2, how do we find the line through that? Well, we start off with y equals mx plus b. We already know the slope is m, is 3, so y equals 3x plus b. And then we plug in our x and y pair here. We've got 2 equals 3 times 1 plus b. 2 equals 3 plus b. Negative 1 equals b. So putting it all together, y equals 3x minus 1. So that takes a few steps. It's not like too bad or anything. It's just like some arithmetic. But if you're exceptionally lazy, or clever, I don't know, different people, different definitions, you can use this thing called slope-intercept form. And that allows you to write a line. Well, I'll just write this line in slope-intercept form, just for demonstration purposes. So what this line would be in slope-intercept form is y minus 2 equals 3, parentheses, x minus 1. So you can do it all in one shot. So the 2 goes with the y here, y minus 2, and the 1 goes with the x there. And so that's kind of a handy trick. If we simplify this, we'll see that it comes out to this. Y minus 2 equals 3x minus 3, distributing the 3. And then add 2 to both sides, y equals 3x minus 1. Yeah, it checks out. So yeah, you can also write it like this. If nobody tells you you have to simplify it, then maybe this is the easiest thing to do. Because you literally just have to write down a single line. Yeah, you can do it really, really fast. No solving or anything needed. Yeah, why don't we talk about why that works, actually? Like, it's one thing to know that it works, but I'm not just, like, making this up and configuring the universe so that this works out. This is actually, like, it actually comes from the formula for slope. So remember, slope is, like, rise over run, right? So if we have a point xy on our line, we want to know, we want to make sure that the slope between this point and our point xy is also 3. Let's do a visual. Maybe this is the point xy. And this can be the point 1, 2. So we want to, we have to make sure that this point has slope 3, because that's what we're given. We're given slope is 3 and has to also go through this point. So how we set up the slope equation is you find the difference in the y's. So what's the amount up that it goes? Well, we just subtract off this 2. Like if this y is 10, then it goes up 8, because 10 minus 2 is 8. So y minus 2 is the rise. And then what's the run? Well, the same idea with the x, you just subtract the 1. So x minus 1. And that's the slope of the line, which we already know is 3. So, and if you multiply both sides by x minus 1, you get y minus 2 equals 3 x minus 1, which is exactly what we had up here. So, what else can we do? We can, let's do an example problem. Yeah, one more example. So, now let's suppose we have m equals, let's say like 7/3, just to make this something like that would be hard usually, and the point is negative 2.14, 1, 2, 3, 4 over 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so by most standards, this is a really ugly problem. If we do it this way, where we solve for b, then it's just going to be a lot of work going on. Maybe we'll forget to write a number. Maybe we'll make just like drop a negative sign or something. There's a lot can go wrong because this is messy numbers that we're dealing with. But if we use slope-intercept form, no, not if you use point-slope form, then we can avoid all this mess and can be a simple one-liner. So, here comes here comes point-slope form, ready to save the day. So, y minus, we take our y coordinate here, 1, 2, 3, 4 over 4, 3, 2, 1 equals, what's the slope? Slope is 7/3. Then x minus this. So since this is negative, actually x minus negative 2.14 is x plus 2.114. That's one thing to watch out for. Whenever your coordinates are negative, it turns into positive here because you're subtracting a negative. And then boom, we're done. We're done. Didn't have to get into the nitty-gritty details of anything, just one line, and we are finished. So that's why point slope form is so cool, because you don't have to do a lot of work.